The best new music for NTU.
This is Fly FM.
I'm Alex Mason here with Sam and Ross, 2 of 4 members of Twin Atlantic, and I want to start by asking, your first album sort of got you through the gate. Albums 2, and in particular albums 3, sort of got you those places on the radio, being played on the radio, and then those slots at Tea in the Park in Glastonbury. Did you feel nervous following it up with album 4?
No, we weren't nervous, man. It was the first time we weren't. Actually, we felt really comfortable being the type of band we were and kind of fully admitting to ourselves that we just love a certain type of rock music and that we're happy making that, and we just kind of went for it.
And I want to take you back 10 years, because that was when you got the support slot for Biffy Clyro. Getting that encouragement from a fellow Scottish band who have multi-platinum selling albums under their belt, was that quite inspiring?
Yeah, I mean, at the time we had only been a band for, had we even been a band for a year? So I don't think we'd been a band for a year, and like the most people we'd play to was maybe, oh no, we'd supported Smashing Pumpkins, or was that before or after that? I can't mind.
I think that was
that after
that.
It was probably the most people we'd ever play to, and obviously they were like the pioneers of like Scottish pop rock, playing the guitar loud and stuff like that. So to get like a little endorsement from them kind of set us off on the road of like people paying attention to us, so we kind of owe them a lot for that. Yeah.
And I feel it would be rude not to talk about GLA, your 4th album. It's standing short for Glasgow, isn't it? As a city, what sort of inspiration has that had to you?
all of it and more.
Aye, it's pretty
It's the first album that we actually wrote in our home city, because you'd always written when we were on the road, really, pretty much. And it's the first time that we'd actually tried to represent the city, like you're saying. Everything else had been based around kind of ambition and getting away from where came from, and then that was the first record that we just wrote in our normal surroundings, going to all the places that we usually go to. It kind of tells more of an accurate story about who we actually are, rather than an idea of what you might be.
And GLA's only 12 tracks long. How many tracks did you actually make in the studio before selecting that number?
This time it was different. This time we actually just made, we made a lot more songs than that, or like ideas of songs, but this time we actually just made that many, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we had like 40 songs or something like that we whittled down to like 15, and then they were the 12 out of that 50. So we'd set the bar pretty high for a song to like make it onto the album. We actually we probably could have made it less.
Yeah, we were going to make it like even less, but then we just couldn't all decide on the track listing, so we just put them all in.
We need to be more, next album we're going to be more brutal. It's going to be less
songs.
Aye.
When you make your music, do you always fantasize how it'll sound at festivals?
I think we used to much more.
We probably still do. I think it used to be like one of the first things we think about is how it would make a crowd react or feel, or how they would sing along, or what part they were going to jump up and down to and stuff like that. But I think because we come from that world and that's the type of reaction we want to have to music that we like, we're always kind of going to write that way, I think.
Yeah,
for this band at least, you know what I mean?
Not, it's always part of it. Yeah.
What music do you listen to which inspires you?
Oof.
All and such a
even music that you hate, inspires you in a way.
To not be like that. Seriously though, it does.
No, it does. I don't even know right now. I'm in a weird. I've not really been listening to that much music the last like month. Thinking about making music, you know what I mean? I'm in a downwards thingy of, if you ask me in like 2 or 3 months, I'd probably sit here and talk for like an hour about it. But festivals do that to me actually.
You don't really. You like the actual being on the stage and playing the festival. You hate all the rest of it.
I don't like the in between festivals, but so it puts me in a strange music mood. I want to get away from music in the summer. It's weird, isn't it? Sorry, that's a totally different answer to your question.
That's alright.
That's good.
I think anything that's got like power. It could be like a dance. It could be dance music. It could be rap. It could be like a folk song. It could be something that's like really, really stripped back, or something that's really heavily instrumentated. Is that a word? Instrumentated.
Heavily.
What's the word I'm looking for there? Instrumental. Instrumental.
No, but
No,
that's
'cause it's
wrong.
not instrumental.
Yeah.
Like many layers of instruments. Oh, who knows what word?
You're
No, no.
musicians, you got.
Aye,
You
someone
know what?
called
That's not a word, but we should make it a word.
Instrumentated.
Is it a word?
It's our new album. It's
Instrumentated.
the name of our next record.
Is that what it's titled?
It is now. I think that's a cool word.
Instrumentated.
What's one goal you haven't achieved, which you feel you can't put down your electric guitars, you can't put down your drum kits until it's been completed?
That's a good question. Actually, probably to headline like a major festival. Just because we said that when we started. I don't know. You can get quite lost, obviously, because we're now like. Actually, I'm not in my 30s. You're all in your 30s. Get it up, yous.
Just, mate.
I've got a few more months until I'm in my 30s. But I started the band as a teenager, so your goals are so different then to now. But because we said that, we're like quite stubborn. We're like, nah, we should keep going until we do that, and then we'll reassess.
And what do you enjoy the most about festivals?
Yeah, literally just playing. I love that it could go in at any second. It could be the greatest show you ever play, or the whole stage could like explode, and because it's like ramshackled. Like was there even a stage here yesterday? Do you know what I mean? It's like put together really quickly, and like we don't get a sound check. Like I love that nervous energy of it could all go wrong at any second.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your time, guys. And you heard it here first. 6-piece. What was it? Instrumental.
Instrumentated.
6-piece album is on the way. Twin Atlantic. Watch out for them. Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot.